Hey guys, so here's an update on my SL ligament reconstruction. As I had mentioned previously, this is the second surgery that I had in for that wrist, for that SL ligament. In 2011 or 2012, I had the SL ligament repair. To be honest, I'm not even sure what the difference is between those two. What I had now on paper was the ligament SL ligament reconstruction with the tendon autograft. And this is day 8. Today is December 24th, and I had the surgery on Friday, December 16th. So a couple of days after the surgery, which I had a video, I think the day after, I was regaining movement, and they tell you to move your fingers. Although day 3, 4, I feel like it would hurt, and then I would kind of like just play around with myself, or not play around, but experiment. And when I would like extend and like that, I felt like discomfort and pain in the surgery site. Another thing to note is that on day 4, when I was driving, I was not in my sling. I was in my sling when I drove to the location, but on my return, I got out of the sling and then I was cut off. I reactively, instinctively hit the horn with my right hand, sort of like a jab, and then it made contact, and then it had a little bit of extension with like what my arm movement was. That was really painful. Initially I was like, oh man, did I set the surgery back? I would say the pain, day 3, 4, for Saturday, Sunday, like day 4 or 5, it remained really high. So I don't know if that was the cause of it. Could just be a correlation. Don't know. But it wasn't until this Thursday, which would have made it like 6 days, day 6, 7, where the pain came down a little bit, slightly. So now it's day 8, feels a little bit better, although I woke up with it hurting. I'm able to continue with range of motion stuff. The grip strength is really, it's very minimal, right? Like this is something like this book, like it kind of like hurts to, not hurts, right? This is like, it's kind of like a limit of what I could hold, right? Here, this is like a ceramic mug, right? It has a small handle which I could hold. It's just not easy, right? You just had surgeries. This is wider, right? This requires a wider grip. I have to like baby it. I wouldn't really push it past this, and this is not that heavy. So you're restricted grip strength wise. The doctors are going to tell you just keep making this movement, keep doing that, but just you're going to gauge like your progress with things like that. I'm able to use it more for certain things, like I could grab things with it. You probably, I don't know, this might not be like whatever the doctor tells you to do, but just in the normal daily movements, right? I could use it to grab something and then open it. Just a little bit easier to do some day-to-day things at day 8. Hopefully next week it'd be a little bit better. Just to, obviously you don't want to go crazy. We're not talking about exercising, but just, being able to open something. Like I said, brushing teeth is a little bit easier now that I could hold the toothbrush here and then squeeze it, rather than the first like 2 days where I put the toothbrush down, had to aim the toothpaste, and then if the toothbrush fell, I just took forever. Even yesterday, I was like able to improvise and cut up some vegetables because my wife, she's traveling, she's out of state right now. But that's the progress for now. I see the doctor December 28th, but there'll be maybe some informative things I could share. But I would just recommend, the sling, right? So if you're going to be having to be moving, doing things, the sling is pretty good if you're going to leave the house, because it's that visual that your arm is compromised and immobile. Hopefully people, if you're going to be around other people, which, you want to avoid that, but sometimes you can't, that's going to help, right? It's going to be that visual that, your arm is compromised. Also, it immobilizes your arm, so that way you're not going to reactively move it or bump into something. It's not foolproof, but it helps. So that's what I would recommend. I mean, like, just be diligent. If you leave the house, put the sling on. If you're home, I don't know, it's up to whatever your environment is at home, but you also don't want to stay in the sling too long, because you want to like keep mobility, but keep moving your fingers and stuff. Like I said, day 8, I would say pain is definitely an improvement than the first few days, which I think is a positive. So that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them, and I will try to get back to you guys. Take care.